Have you ever wondered if the shadows that dance on your walls at night are just harmless tricks of the light, or something far more sinister? I find myself pondering this question often as I navigate the murky waters of the unknown. My name is not important, but what I do, well, that's a different story. I delve into the mysteries that others are too afraid to touch, the stories that send shivers down your spine, the tales that make your heart pound in your chest like a drum. It was a cold December evening when I first encountered the tale that would change my life forever. It was a story that had been whispered in hushed tones, passed down through generations, the legend of the Shadow Walker. The Shadow Walker, they said, was not of this world. It was a creature born of darkness, a spectre that lurked in the deepest corners of your room, watching, waiting. It had no form, no shape, but was simply a mass of writhing darkness, shifting and changing with each passing second. They said it fed on fear, thriving on the terror it induced in its victims. It had a knack for finding the weak, the lonely, the vulnerable. It would creep into their lives, playing tricks on their minds, driving them to the brink of madness. I've always had a knack for debunking myths and legends, for finding the truth hidden beneath layers of fear and superstition. So, armed with my skepticism and a thirst for knowledge, I set out to uncover the truth about the Shadow Walker. I interviewed countless people, listened to their stories, their experiences. Some were so terrified they could barely speak, their words coming out in choked whispers. Others spoke with a strange sort of reverence, as if they were in awe of the creature that had haunted their dreams. But the more I delved into the mystery, the more I began to feel a creeping sense of dread. I started seeing shadows where there were none, hearing whispers in the silence. I told myself it was just my imagination, the result of too many late nights and too much caffeine. It wasn't until one night, as I sat alone in my study, that I realized the truth. The room was dimly lit, the only light coming from the flickering flame of a solitary candle. Suddenly the flame went out, plunging the room into darkness. A chill ran down my spine, and I could feel a presence in the room with me. I could hear it breathing, feel it watching me. I reached out, my hand shaking, and fumbled for the matches. But as I struck a match, I saw it. A shadow, darker than the night, standing in the corner of the room. It moved, shifting and changing, just like the stories had described. I dropped the match, my heart pounding in my chest. As the room plunged back into darkness, I heard a whisper, a voice as cold as ice. "You sought the truth," it said, "and now you have found it." That's when I understood. The Shadow Walker was real, and it had found me. But that, dear listeners, is a story for another time. For now, I leave you with this chilling thought. The next time you see a shadow dancing on your wall, ask yourself, is it just a trick of the light, or could it be something far more sinister? Until next time, stay vigilant, and remember, the darkness is full of surprises.